Hello everyone, welcome to an adventure of epic proportions. We are in Hakone.
We are exploring Japan. Previously we recovered from our jet lag in Tokyo and now we are out and about in the countryside of Japan. We'll be exploring the coast, snow monkeys, castles and idyllic villages. But our first stop is around Mt Fuji at Hakone. However, as it always goes with travel, things aren't always going smooth.
Well, what I mainly meant with that is that I was meant to go Nagona area with my car and drive around here in Japan and go on a lovely road trip for the next 12 days. But as you can hear from my way of saying it, it's not really happening. I was on the airport this morning, and keep this in mind when you come over to Japan. There are international driving permits, and apparently there are different international driving permits. So I have one issued in 1969 or something like that, and you need one from 1949, I believe, from the Geneva Treaty. So yeah, Japanese are like the Germans, they really follow the rules. I never had before in a country where you need to have an international driving permit that they really cared if you had an international driving permit, but I had it just in case. And then when you have it, you have the wrong one for this country. Which is like, why are there even different ones if it's already in the name international driving permit? But yeah, change of plans completely, not the Nagona area. We are now going to explore Hakone instead.
Hakone is a famous area for Japanese to come as well. It is easy to reach by train from Tokyo and an ideal day trip or weekend getaway into the beautiful mountain nature that Japan has to offer. Before we explore the big surroundings, it is time to explore the town first today and take it slow.
Okay, so we're taking this first day pretty slow. I walked around the town, which looks very nice, touristy, nice shops to browse around. Then had a great lunch, tofu lunch. Normally I'm not really into tofu, but this place is quite good. Like it was an egg type omelette or something. It didn't really taste like egg, it was very soft, but it was a little bit like the look and feel was a little bit of an omelette and soup, and then you ate that with rice. And then I had a tofu dessert as well with it. Really nice, 1800 yen, so not that expensive. And now we ended up behind a hotel where there were some waterfalls, nice looking garden, and then I'm going up to the hot spring, which is included by the guest house where I'm staying. So I have a ticket now for 500 yen to just relax a bit in the hot spring. And then I think the next 2 days will be mainly a lot of hiking, but looking at the area at the moment, that wouldn't be a punishment because so far it's quite a nice place to walk through.
The second day is a hiking day. Time to explore more of this area by a full day of hiking. We'll start in Hakone, walk over the mountain range through the forests to Lake Ashi, where we'll find temples, torii gates, nice parks and beautiful views, before turning back into the mountains, going back to Hakone and discover some old history along the way. So now we have done the first 3 hours of the hike. What was it really like so far?
So that's the first part of day one, where we hiked from Hakone to the other side of where the lake is basically. It was a good hike, like you had forests where we walked through, some mountain areas, bamboo parts, which was really nice, and then some small waterfall in between as well. And then at the end you come at like a lakeside, more open area before entering here, Hakone Shrine. And then when you walk all the way down, you'll find the Peace Torii Gate located on the middle of the lake. Well, not the middle of the lake, but just on the edge of the lake, in the water. And well, you know, people nowadays like to take pictures, so there's a big queue over there if you really want to take the best picture of yourself in the middle of that Peace Torii Gate. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to walk further, enjoy the beauty of this lake and see. I don't think today, maybe tomorrow on the hike, you should be able to see Mt Fuji at the far end, and I hope the weather stays as beautiful as it is lately, and then we'll be able to see that as well.
At Hakone Shrine you have the chance to top up your water bottles, make your wishes, see some extremely large trees And then from here it is a very easy stroll next to Lake Ashinoko, and honestly, the views on Mount Fuji from here can be absolutely fabulous.
Okay guys, I will be honest with you, because we can see Mount Fuji in the background. It looks really wonderful. It's maybe the most boring mountain I've ever climbed in my life, but from a distance it looks fabulous. It looked really nice with the snow top, like the snow on top, blended with the lake and the lower mountains in front of it. It's really nice. But just to keep in mind, whilst I'm lucky enough to have those views, often there are a lot of clouds hanging around Mount Fuji, so it's not a guarantee when you come to Hakone to have these views. But if you have them, you really need to appreciate them.
It was a great moment to be able to rest for a bit after hiking now for 4 hours. Especially at Onshi Hakone Park, that has some peace to it and some beautiful views on Mount Fuji as well. But once I'm well and rested to continue the 4 hours hike back, the confusion starts to kick in.
I'm not really sure what's happening, because earlier at the shrine I took the back entrance as well, because I came with the hiking path down and then you just enter the temple from there. And now here as well, the Hakone Sekishi or something like that. Like I just walk through the park and then you just basically enter from there, this place. And then when I exit, there was also like a ticket office and desk and stuff, which I'm not sure if it's like just take the hiking path in. Apparently from that moment onwards you can, or he seems to be able to enter it from free. Like otherwise, like the price is not that expensive, like 500 yen, but still. It just makes me very confused in a way.
The big wall back from here starts to look the same. It is a lot of mountain and forest in a beautiful weather. Great and peaceful. The only difference is that this time we really get in touch with some of its history.
This last bit we're walking on the old highway, also known as Tokaido, which was completed in the Edo period, like around 1680. And when you walk on this road, you really need to admire those people that in that time walked all the way from, for example, here to Kyoto on these type of roads, because it's just big rocks laying around. It's not even. So yeah, that will take a lot of your energy, I guess, if you do this for a very long period. But here you have 3 kilometers basically where you can experience the same type of thing.
And that is it for the first part of Hakone. Tomorrow it is time to explore a different side of Hakone by going for more hikes, but in a different direction. But for that, don't forget to be subscribed to be notified when that journey and more Japan adventures will be happening.